gainer. Down inside the 10.
So that we had a chance to talk to him a week ago when it was McCourty against McCourty. But you have a lot of respect for his career.
Oh, great block right there. And look at the broken tackles. Damian Harris bulldozing his way. Myers digging, turning. That is a touchdown. You might never see this season a better hard-earned run for 6.
Crowd trying to make it more difficult now. Burrow throws, intercepted. It is picked off, and on the run is Roquan Smith. Down the sideline. Smith gets a block all the way. The pick 6 for Roquan Smith.
Yeah, and so they still haven't played their best football. They still have ways to go here.
And Allen off the play fake. How about this? Up 28-0, taking a shot, and Diggs climbs the ladder. Well, that's how you become the best receiver in the National Football League, like he was last year.
Murray.
And picked off. Vigil down the sideline. Still on the move. Touchdown, Vikings. Woo! 37 yards.
And Sherry, thank you and condolences to the entire Moab family. Here's Derrick Henry with some nice running. Henry trying to turn it on inside the 30, stays on his feet, and he will go! Derrick Henry, 60 yards!
Tonight, I'll be eating the #1 fried chicken plate, the best. And just because #2 and #3 might be more popular, doesn't make them more delicious or that they have better hair. Thanks. Nicer dress shoes, bigger trophy case.
Welcome to the ESFFL podcast.
What is up? What is going on, league? Got a quick podcast going on for today. It's early. It's game day. Week 11 is here. Out of nowhere, 10 weeks down in the books. Here we are. All of a sudden. Now, getting into the meat and potatoes of the season. Man, is it crazy. Going to be me by myself today. Just waking up from a long night. So let's just get straight into it today. Quick recap on last week, since we didn't get a chance to really dive into that yet. Let's see here. Hold up. Let's go here, and let's go straight into like some sleeper action here. Let's see. All right, so some week 10 recap real quick. All right, so last week, big week in the league. I mean, honestly, we are neck and neck all the way through. Sub the first 2 spots here. Let's take a look real quick. Steve's 9-1, still dominating on like a million game win streak here. Yetis also big time win streak, 8-2. Sly Dogs coming up the rear at 6-4, and this is where things get real close, real tight the rest of the way through. So beyond that 2-game separation, that's as close as it's going to get the rest of the league here. So Josh and the Sly Dogs at 6-4, Zach at 5-5. Somehow, some way, Tavo has made himself a playoff contender here at 4-6. Myself coming up from the rear at 4-6 as well, holding on to that last spot. That is a 3-point difference here at 1304 to 1301. Real close. Beyond that, Diego coming up from the rear, also 4-6. Dalvin 4-6. somehow Hunter has found a way to find himself in the 9th spot at 3-7. Absolutely tragic. Absolutely tragic. And Swoosh here at 3-7 as well. Trying to make a comeback here. Had a lot of action here with the Week 11 trade deadline here in the league. About to be showing up now here. I think by the end of the last game is a trade deadline for this week. So if you got any last minute moves, make them happen here. There was a couple of trades, I think. I know one for sure. Let's try and recap anything. Zach did put a couple players up on the block. That was for sure. Let's see. Nothing crazy. Josh did pick up Miami Dolphins. I think the only trade that we had go on was myself and Swoosh, who made a pretty big trade. Probably one of the bigger ones of the season so far. Of the season, since trade deadline is again here at the end of the last game on Monday. After that, no more trades. Waiver wire only. Myself and Swoosh had traded myself. I traded Najee Harris and 30 fab for Joe Mixon, Jalen Hurts. Finally got my quarterback. Should have happened a month ago, but finally got my guy. Sacrificed Najee to go up and get Joe Mixon. But beyond that, just another week of football. Diving into some of those matchups. Let's go here and figure out what we had last week. All right. So last week we had myself going up against Diego. We got some of these sound bites going on. So we had Diego taking it over myself.
Let me ask you a question. And be honest. Do I make you
Henry?
Baby?
That's right, the Henry.
Do I?
The Henry.
Do I make you Randy?
The Henry babies. The Henry babies went at it. Winning by just 5 points. Carson Wentz stunk it up. But Patrick freaking Mahomes against the Raiders put up 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. Hate to see it. Despite a Zeke good game for 20, Najee for 18, Debo for 29, who almost saved the day Monday night against the Rams. Just short 5 points there. Just all in all, I mean, good for Diego. Good for Diego because Devonta, 20 points. Justin Jefferson, almost 20 points. Mahomes, 41 freaking points. You hate to see it, but honestly, a good, solid win by him. Puts himself one game out of playoff contention. That is insane. Next matchup we got going on. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's go into Josh versus Zach. This one was a nail freaking biter. Only a 1.5 point difference here. We got Aaron Rodgers, who only put up 11 points in that game against Seattle. 17-0 victory, but golly, you would think with him coming back up from COVID, it would be a little bit more of a game. They had the one pick, one fumble, just out there passing the ball, no touchdowns there. Josh Allen, off that Jacksonville performance the week before, 22 points against the Jets. Aaron Jones, 11.3. DeAndre Swift, 19 points. Let's go Tyreek Hill coming back to life against the Vegas Raiders. Of course, had his share of the 500 yards thrown there. What else we got? Dearness Johnson still making himself an impact player in that Cleveland backfield. Somebody to probably target next year. Just seeing where he ends up, because I don't know if he's going to be sticking around in Cleveland too much longer. Overall, just a good, close game. Cordero Patterson going out in that Cowboy game was crucial for Zach. Josh pulls away by nearly 2 points. Lucky, Slinger, Sly, Dogs. And then, of course, Zach continues to be broke with Cordero Patterson being injured this season. just pretty much sums up the season for Zach. Yeah. Despite all the injuries, still a playoff contender. Next matchup, we had Steve versus Jared. And, man, I feel bad for Jared, man. Like, he's there. It's just tough, man. Like, 50-50 ball on how the season goes here. Pretty much middle of the pack, and there's not much you can do when playing Steve, man. That's the opposite of a bye week. It's a guaranteed loss at this point with the, like an 8-game win streak. Crazy. Tom Brady, 16 points in a loss against Washington. So, I mean, one of the better weeks for Steve for them to take out Tampa Bay, 19-29, dominate in fantasy. Great game. And it starts with Jonathan Taylor here, who is, despite the matchups, killed it in the running game, 24 points. Michael Carter, 17.8 points. Cooper Kupp, 18 points. Even had a goose from Russell Gage, nearly one from Dustin Knox, or let's see, is it Dustin Knox, right? Dawson Knox. Anyway, same thing. Chris Godwin, 9 points coming back from there. Rashad Bateman, good pickup there, 11 points. One upside for Jared, I would say, I mean, he's still got Cook healthy. Starting Derek Carr. Once he gets Kyler Murray back, I mean, it's going to be somewhat of a game changer for it. It's a big part of his team there. Excuse me. Oh, golly. Early as a motherfucker out here. All right, so Dallas Goedert coming back off a concussion, I think, in that game. Got lit up. 3.8 points. Should be on his way back. Should be good to go. Jared takes another hard-earned L. Sorry to hear about it, buddy. Let's go AB. Oh, who won that one? Of course, it was them goats. Man, love to see it. AB and the Young Bucks. Christian versus Tavo and the Visalia Vegetables. We got
Eat your vegetables.
Dominating out in here. 155, man. 155. I did not see this coming. Starts with Dak Prescott with the 28 points against Atlanta in that 43-3 victory. Christian McCaffrey, he's back, man. He is back despite the quarterback woes going on over there. Looks like Cam Newton's going to be the guy getting the start this week. But last week, 22 points for the fellow without a touchdown. James Conner, man, what a play. What a play. Amari Cooper last week, 7 points for 4 for 4. Mark Andrews got the touchdown in Miami. I mean, Antonio Gibson is coming back to life, 23 points there. But New England freaking defense, keeping them in the game. We got like the Patriots of 2019 absolutely dominating back again. Seems like the Patriots are completely all the way back with Mac Jones and that defense. It's insane. But on the opposite side for Swoosh, it's just hard when, Darren Waller, Renfro combined for 18 points. Not too bad. Renfro got the touchdown in Kansas City, but that was such a rough game. Could have seen a lot more work out of that. But Mark Ingram was an awesome pickup play there. Probably something you could start this week as well. James Robinson back in the mix again against a tough Indy defense. And Lamar Jackson. That Miami game was tough. Did not expect to see that. Probably was the game changer there. And then DK and that Green Bay 0 goose for Seattle. So it's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough when, you got, teams that are like, 3-6 going 155, man. It just shows how competitive this league has been. I mean, crazy. And last game for this Week 10 recap, we had Zach going up against Hunter and the Greenbow Packers. Let's just throw that in there for Hunter, because this is what he needs right now. I'm sure of it. It's been that type of season for old Hunter over there. 3-7, man. Hate to see it. Projected 150. Doesn't matter. Probably gonna lose. In this last game, 100 points barely. Against 133 for Zach. Stafford, 10 points. Man, that San Francisco game was rough. Even though Zach won, he was a loser that day because what the hell was that from the Rams? Fournette, 14 points. Josh Jacobs, 6 points. Devontae, 11 points. Like, Nothing bad, nothing crazy bad. Just, I don't see any touchdowns here for Hunter at all whatsoever. Got the one from Stafford and the 2 picks, so hate to see it. Zach, on the other hand, was it Darren Williams? 27 freaking points. Did not see that happening. 9 for 9 for 100 yards and a touchdown receiving. That'll get it done for you every time. Stephon Diggs, the grave digger, back from the grave for 27 big puntos there. CeeDee Lamb, 25 big points there. 2 touchdowns in that one. I'm going to say, like, for Zach to have put up 133 despite the goose egg from Gesicki and all the trouble he had early on, really came back, pulled out a good win, and the 5-point performance from the Rams. You hate to see it. Hunter, don't know how you lost this one so badly. You don't deserve this. I'm sorry. That should be about it from last week. Now, let's get into it for this week. All right, it's enough of that. All right, so for this matchup, let's go ahead and start from the top down here. Me versus Josh. And the last week of
Trey area.
Trey, I'm sorry, man. Had to cut to after picking up Jalen Hurts in this matchup, going against a injured, Mark Andrews or Gallup, full PPR. Ooh, Mark Andrews or Gallup. So I like Gallup in this one because I think the Kansas City game is going to be popping off. Mark Andrews, maybe without Lamar Jackson. Actually, definitely without Lamar Jackson in this one. Don't know how it's going to work out. I just don't really trust what any other quarterback's going to be able to do. It's going to be nowhere near the connection that Lamar had with Mark Andrews. And opposite of that, Michael Gallup and Dak have this great chemistry that's up there with Amari Cooper. I'd say even more than that. Man, I really do like Gallup in this one. I'm starting him myself, especially with Amari Cooper out. I think Gallup was primed for a big one and played really well against Atlanta in that last one. Showed what type of trust that Dak has in him to get a job done, putting up a ball like in the end zone, like with nowhere else to throw it at. Full PPR too. I like Gallup for 6 or 7 receptions. With Kansas City's best defender going to be on CeeDee Lamb, and I couldn't tell you who anyone else in that defense is. So I think you have a really solid chance for 1, maybe 2 touchdowns here, anywhere outside of the red zone to about the red zone. So start Gallup with confidence in this one. The swing for me, he should get like 10 targets. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I just don't really trust Mark Andrews. Like right now, let's just dive into this matchup here, and I'll kind of go back on that Mark Andrews point there. So Jalen Hurts getting the start here. Somebody I've loved since he played in Alabama. I'm so happy that he's on my team because I should have drafted him, honestly. Never got the chance. Should have traded for him weeks ago. But here we are, getting the start against New Orleans. Rodgers has a toe injury, which is supposed to be a big deal. Hasn't practiced because of it. See how that plays in Minnesota. And A.J. Dillon for Josh getting the start as well. The great backup for Aaron Jones. So he's getting the start again. Ezekiel Elliott against KC. Joe Mixon recently acquired, going up against David Montgomery. Debo versus Hill. Lockett versus Thielen. Hockenson, I think, minus Goff today, going up against Dalton Schultz. Michael Gallup against Jeff Wilson. Some good flex plays here. Myles Gaskin versus T. Higgins. Let me know what you guys think in this one, because I think this is a freaking toss-up. I think this is 1 touchdown away from going one way or the other. And to me, the big part of this is the defensive play here, because Josh just picked up Miami to play against the Jets, and I like my chances against Buffalo, with Buffalo going up against Indy. I I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Whoever's listening, we've got a few people in here. We did at one point. I don't know. This is a toss-up for me. But give me, in its last light of glory,
Trey Area.
that's who we're going for this week. Into the next matchup, we got Diego and the Henry Babies going up against Zach's fantasy team. And this one, I don't know. I think I'm going to go because I think we're going to go have a big game in Josh Allen against Indy, Mahomes against Dallas. I'm just saying, be aware of Trayvon Diggs to get his first one. We'll see. What's good, Swoosh? See you in the chat. So yeah, we got Devonta Freeman getting the start in this one. Man, against Chicago as well. Don't know about that one. We'll see. Lamar Jackson is out, so they might rely on the run game. But if Chicago pulls ahead, which I don't expect they will, might not see too many touches from the backfield. DeAndre Swift should be nice against Cleveland, even though they do have a pretty stout run defense. Devin Singletary against Indy. Jordan Howard with Miles Sanders coming back into the picture this week, I believe so. Last update I saw, let me double check here. Nope, Miles Sanders out for pregame warmups, so it will be go ahead Jordan Howard there. Justin Jefferson in the mix should have a good game against that stout Green Bay defense who's playing lights out right now, so be careful with that one. Devonta Smith, hey, I'm rooting for him this week. Let's go Jalen. Kyle Pitts put up 4 against New England. Probably one of the better performances out of the entire offense. So, not too bad. But George Kittle coming back into the mix against Jacksonville. Like the chances there. Latavius, Robbie Anderson, and the Dallas D getting the start against Kansas City. Could have Denver defense on the bye. So, no choice there. Best of luck. Tampa D against New York for Zach. It's going to be a tough one, man. Real tough one. I think Diego has a shooter's chance here, though. Zach has gotten pretty lucky here, and pretty good lineup despite all the injuries, honestly. Okay, the only reason why Diego loses this one today is because he is starting 2 Baltimore running backs and no Lamar Jackson. So I don't know how that adds up, but it's probably going to be the way you lose this week. How did I lose to that team? I don't know. But give me Zach in the Cripplers fantasy team. Crippled fantasy team. Don't know how you do it, buddy. Jared versus Tavo this week, and Tavo taking a huge lead early. Let's just go down here to the Patriots defense. 37 points, 4 picks, 165 yards allowed total, 4 sacks and a touchdown. Like insane numbers. Crazy. 15 points from Nick Folk. 15 as a kicker. I don't know if I really even need to go into this one. Dak Prescott against Kansas City, McCaffrey against Washington, Connor against Seattle, Claypool getting a start, first week back, finally in there. Ben Roethlisberger should be getting the start this week. We'll see how that goes. Oh, man, it's going to be tough. Mark Andrews, Antonio Gibson. The team's looking nice for the kids. Let's go ahead and get the vegetables theme song going because this is going to be a dub. Jared, I'm sorry, man. It's going to be a rough year. Just start at least favoriting some made outfits on Amazon just to make sure it's in stock by next season, next draft. This game right here is actually not that bad. We got still the veggies ain't the kids no more. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. The kids Kids are, or I guess they are the vegetables. I mean, they still have dealt with a couple of injuries, but man, they might as well be the comeback kids. So we'll see how that turns out for Jared there and Tavo's victory. But in this one, we got Zach and the Yetis. Where's the Yetis? Got the Yetis going on, and I think Steve will be upset this week. Let me break it down for you in this close matchup with not even, barely a point difference here. Starting with the 8 points from Damian Harris, I think it's going to be just enough to pull out the dub here. DJ Moore and Cam Newton have had a connection, I think, in the past. Look for that to be there this week against Washington's D. Tennessee defense against Houston is going to be a big play there. That's a great start there. Also looking at Gesicki coming back with Tua against the Jets this week. Probably finding the end zone this week. CeeDee Lamb, boy, anything short I like. The deep ball is going to be tough, but anything short across the middle, anything like comeback routes, I like CD to kind of run away with that. He might break away from something because Kansas City has a tendency to let some big plays go off, and they can't cover everybody between Dalton Schultz, CD, Michael Gallup, and even Cedric Wilson, Zeke, and Tony Pollard coming out the back. They can't cover it all. So there will be some blown coverage. Whoever is the beneficiary out of that, who knows? Stephon Diggs, he's probably going to have another great game. Just saying. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, let's actually look into this. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is back for the Chiefs, but they'll watch pregame warm-ups pretty closely. Don't know if he's going to play as of right now. That's coming from Sleeper. Doubt he gets to start this week. I don't see why. I mean, it's a big game against Dallas, but probably get to start with Williams. Eckler and Herbert in a great matchup against Pittsburgh, who is dealing with COVID problems. They're down like 6 starters just from COVID alone. So I like any Charger in this matchup. Herbert, Eckler are going to eat despite Pittsburgh's stout defense. Yeah, they always play tough, but there's not a lot you can do when 6 of your starters are out, including Mika Fitzpatrick, one of their key guys in that safety spot. Looking at Steven's team, the Giants are going to give Brady some trouble. From what we saw against Washington, yes, Tom Brady's probably going to have a comeback game, but it's going to be the Giants, and their defense has been incredible. Monday night game, a lot of time to prepare for that Buccaneers offense, who's got their team healthy again. It's just, man, Giants, I think, have the Bucs number there. Jonathan Taylor going against Buffalo, one of the top running back fantasy defenses in the league, if not the best. Nick Chubb against Detroit, probably going to go for $1 million. Detroit is so hurt right now. Godwin, again, same story. Jamar Chase, if it's anything from what happened, Vegas should learn their lesson from last week. But if not, look for him to score an easy 15. Michael Carter against Miami, that's a stout run defense there in a rainy game. And then Indy against Buffalo. I don't know. This is, I think, the week Steven gets his first L in, 2 months? Over 2 months. So give me the Yetis in this one. Easily. Almost, I'm going to say easy. Yetis take the dub. What else we got? We got one more matchup. All right. Last matchup here. We got Hunter against AB and the Young Bucks. Whole lot of money here. Speaking of whole lot of money, Cam Newton signs back with Carolina last week and helps get the dub, I want to say, last week. But, I mean, Cam Newton back in Carolina. Carolina Cam back in action against Washington, who defense without Chase Young is very much different. So we'll see how that goes. Give me AB and the Young Bucks. I think it's going to happen. Saquon probably going to be getting the start here Monday. Still got a lot of time to get more practice in. It's against Tampa Bay. It's a stout run defense, but it's Saquon. Like, he wants to play. He's been ready to play. He wants to play. Newly acquired Najee Harris against the Chargers. I like that play. Chargers are a pass defense, not a run defense. They'll allow the run to happen all day. DK Metcalf, the DK Lounge, against Arizona. I think they're without Buda Baker there, so expect some big plays from DK if Russell Wilson can get his shit together. Keenan Allen against Pittsburgh. Darren Waller against Cincinnati. James Robinson coming back. Was questionable this week. Should be getting a start, no problem, against San Francisco. Mark Ingram's going to be by himself there. We did have their Saints rookie came back actually this week off of IR, and is expected to get a couple carries in that one. What's his name? I'll tell you right now. Tony Jones, rookie. He was out since like week 4. Finally back off IR, but probably won't do too much to pull away from the Ingram touches against Philly, who allows some runners to run. Anything then besides that? Cleveland against Detroit for Hunter is a great play there. Michael Pittman against Buffalo, that's tough, but I could see it happening. McLaurin, Scary Terry against Carolina, I like that play a lot. Travis Kelce, probably going to get in the end zone, not going to lie. Brandon Cooks, nice play against Tennessee. Devontae Adams, despite the toe injury with Aaron Rodgers, probably going to see 70 yards. This is where it's going to make or break here. Josh Jacobs against Cincinnati, it is a tough one to watch. If he goes for 100, Raiders win. Anything short of that, Raiders lose. Simple as that. Leonard Fournette has been a great play. I think the Giants are going to focus down on not letting that go off too much. If Fournette can get the pass game going at all, he should be all right. But, man, it's going to be tough for that one. And Tannehill against Houston, great play there. This is a toss-up now that I'm looking at it now. Oh, man, both teams really need a dub here. And this is the battle for the bottom, which you hate to see it, man. Hunter, Swoosh, both of them don't really deserve to be here. But, man, do I go Green Bowl Packers or AB? Really is going to come down to Cam Newton, is what I believe. If Cam Newton can have a game with his legs, then they take it. But it's going to be more than what Tannehill's going to do against Houston. Oh, man, that is tough, man. That is tough. Man, I'm trying to figure it out. Swoosh does have four players out. Oh, man, give me... Wow. Give me AB and the Young Bucks to pull themselves out of last place and send Hunter to last freaking place. That is crazy to me. I don't know why, but it is insane to me that this league has gotten so close here, almost towards playoff contention time or playoff time. Looking back at it, Hunter would be 3-8, the only team at 3-8, with the one game ahead for Swoosh. So it's crazy. I don't expect Jared to win, but 4-7, AB and the Young Bucks 4-7. Just one, maybe 2 games behind at the end of the day. It's gonna be crazy, man. Really crazy. Man, if anybody's still in there and got any questions or anything, hit me up. We'll get the chat. Oh, what the hell happened in the chat here? Oh, got 2 double chat box going on. Let's go ahead and let's delete that. How do I get rid of this? Oh my God, come on now. This is embarrassing. Come on. Where is delete? Come on. Alright, here's what I'm going to Okay, there's that for now. Whole lotta. All right. Let's see. Anything else I can think of here? Yeah, trade deadline. By the time last game Monday, Giants Bucks. By the end of that, no more trades. So you are able to trade players despite if they played or not. It just won't go through till next week. So you're able to get it through. So whoever you're trying to trade, you can still trade. But that should be about it for me. Any last comments, questions, anything? Who should I start? Who do you like? What is this? What is that? If you want, I could look into the playoffs and how that's all going to turn out. Let me see here. Let's see. Let me get the exact time. Make sure it's all good to go. So playoffs start week 11. What? No, they don't. Week 15. My bad. Read that wrong. So week 15 playoffs start. Go into 16 and 17 is the championships. Week 18 is nothing. So should have the first round of playoffs with the first two teams on a bye. Week 15, week 16 after that, playoffs, and then championship game week 17. 6 teams go in, bottom 4 play in the toilet bowl. So everyone has something to play for come week 15. Beyond that, that's about it on this side. We got Alex Collins or Darrell Williams. Man, I'm an Alex Collins fan, man. I think he is primed now that Chris Carson is out the picture for the rest of the season. I do like Alex Collins. Darrell Williams could run, but I think there's just too much going on in that Kansas City game to where they're not going to be really able to run the ball. But he did have 10 receptions last week. I think that's something the Cowboys are going to be able to pick up on, but also be very vulnerable against. So Darrell Williams for the upside, Alex Collins for the floor. I'd say you go there depending on what you need. I could dive into Collins real quick because I do want to see who he's playing this week. Oh my God, that is not what we're looking for here. All right, let's go Collins. Almost had the start for me against Arizona. So Arizona has a few injuries on defense that, let's see if I can go into this real quick. Nope. Okay. Nope. All right, whatever. Yeah, so Alex Collins is going to have Arizona, who's injured against Jacksonville this last week. Or who they play? Green Bay had 10 rushes, 41 yards in a game that they were out of pretty much the whole way through. And Russell Wilson don't know what he was doing. But, Alex Collins runs hard. He's a goal line guarantee, which is nice. Darrell Williams for the upside on receptions. So he's pretty much Patrick Mahomes' safety blanket at this point. So Kadarius Toney or Darrell Williams. Kadarius Toney or Darrell. That depends if there's going to be any signs of Sterling Shepard. Let's take a look real quick to see if he's not actually in there. Let's see. Sterling is out. So Kadarius Toney should get the start, and they are playing the Buccaneers Monday night. If you believe in Danny Dimes like that, go for it. But I like Darrell Williams. Whoever has more upside, I still think Darrell Williams. I think he has more. Yeah, I think Shepard's out. I think Kadarius Toney has some upside, but not what Darrell Williams has. Goal line. Who else are you going to go to? Check downs. Who else are they going to go to? He's kind of the guy right now when it comes to Kansas City's backfield. Galladay is back. Honestly, I give him a few plays. Don't know if it's going to be anything worth the while, anything that's going to take away from Tony. Let me look at let's look at Kadarius Toney's snap percentage. Kadarius Toney. We got, it's been kind of low-key rough over here. 55, 57, 54% snap percentage. Had the one target against the Raiders last week. They did just come off a bye, and I think that's an opportunity for them to rework him back into the offense. Galladay is unreliable as it comes at receiver. You got him and Julio fighting for most unreliable player. But the one reception for 9 yards scares me. So give me Darrell Williams to be the safer bet in that one. Yeah, I like that one a lot. So anything else I could think of? Man, a lot of good games this week. A lot of good games. That might do it for me. I'm going to figure out where I'm going to watch these games. But good podcast, guys. I appreciate you coming through, checking in. Man, should be a great, actually, week of football. So good luck to everybody's teams. Man, I know it's going to be a rough one here for some teams. Just got to go ahead and get that win by any means possible. Teams are already making a move this morning with news breaking. It seems like every 10 minutes. What a wild season it's been. Just keep adjusting, be water, be adaptive, and play your guys. At the end of the day, play your guy. Like if you're gonna go down in a blaze of glory with all confidence. And that's about all I could really say on that one. Leave you guys with a couple plays here. At least some sound bites from this season so far. But that's going to do it for me. You guys take it easy, man. Best of luck.
Welcome to the ESFFL podcast.